I am the latest and greatest. Hey friends, long time no vlogging. I'm sorry about that. I have a nausea med under my tongue, so if I'm talking weirdly, it's because of that. Long story short, my treatment plan was going to be 30 milligrams per invoke daily, mesalamine nightly, a pulse of rifaximin or Xifaxan, which is an antibiotic, 3 times daily for 2 weeks, 20 milligrams of omeprazole. But I just did the mesalamine, which if you don't know, I first took when I was first diagnosed with UC, but I started it again as an additional treatment. And it turns out I'm allergic to that too. So I was allergic to the medication that I had reaction to a few weeks ago, the ear implant. Found out I'm allergic to the adhesive in that. And we found out I have a mesalamine allergy as well, which is causing some liquidy stools. And every time I move, I have to run to the bathroom, which is not uncommon for UC patients. That happens fairly frequently. But today I am down and out for the count. It's not going well. It's really not. And then last week, well, 2 weeks ago, I got these samples to go to 2 hospitals. So I brought one sample to one and one sample to the other. Neither of them tested, so, which was very frustrating. So then last week, we got 2 more samples. The hospital that was supposed to test for calprotectin tested for osmology, and the hospital that was supposed to test for osmology tested for calprotectin. And of course, one of the hospitals was closed. Well, the place where you drop off the sample was closed, and then the doctor's office was closed. So we went into the hospital and we went into the lab. I know it's all pretty trivial, but I am not feeling well physically. Like, this medication side effect is bad. Are you there, God? It's me, Selby. I always try to keep things light and positive in these videos, but sometimes it's really hard to do that. But I'm going to, and I'm gonna splice in some cute footage of the little cat that's been visiting our house. Oh, my mom just offered to get the next book in the series I'm reading, since I'm obviously not doing schoolwork today. I'm of a really, really lucky family. They're really, really sweet. Do you want? I have some pictures of them in here. It's me with my mom and me with my dad. I am trying not to throw up. I will not throw up. I will not throw up. I will not throw up. I haven't eaten anything in over a day because of this. You guys probably don't want to watch this, so I'm gonna pause it.
Oh,
Get a video
so
of her
pretty.
eating. Isn't that cat? She's
With that white spot?
She's gorgeous. Oh yeah, the little white side of her face.
Now, What did I just say?
Oh, you're a pretty little kitty, aren't you? Hey, friends. I'm not looking too good right now. I just woke up. Just woke up. Well, I didn't actually just wake up, but I've been up since 1 a.m. using the bathroom, unfortunately. And now I'm drinking water, trying to fix that, and I got up a lot last night and started drinking water too, but every time I did that, that made me have to pass more stool. If you're wondering how that's possible for IBD patients, at a certain point, our bodies can't absorb liquid anymore, but I have to drink water to take my meds and avoid going to the hospital. This is my new antibiotic. I have to take it 3 times a day, so I keep it separate from my main meds, just like I separate my birth control. Hey friends, it's 11 a.m., which means I need to take my second dose. My mom told me to go back to sleep, and I kind of did go rest to sleep. They're at a funeral. I'm sorry, what a way to start this. My parents are at a funeral. My mom has a friend who lost someone very close to her, and my parents are trying to be there for my mom's friend. Obviously, you know, I couldn't be there because chronic illness, but I'm just here by myself today, hoping against all hope that I get better and that I don't have to go in and get an IV, although I wouldn't mind if I did because I don't mind getting IVs. Got strong blood veins. Still haven't eaten anything today. I don't know. I'm scared of what will happen if I do eat something. Hey, I just rescheduled my therapy for the day. Got my face mask on. One of the most important things to me is that even when my body isn't doing well with my conditions, I keep my skin and the rest of my body in its best condition as I can, because I don't want to let the rest of my body fall into disrepair, even though it's fighting against me, and part of that is doing my skincare. This is the most unfunny vlog ever. I'm sorry. Alright, my skin does look a bit better since using this. I love this face mask, the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solution Active Cleansing Oil Control. The almighty wet down commences. For my rosacea. Anyways, I am really worried because I cannot eat. Every time I drink water, I have to use the bathroom. This is like flare-up city right here. The only thing I take heart in is that there is no intestinal bleeding, at least not visibly at this point, which means that I probably have pseudopolyps, but my ulcers are still forming. If you don't know, ulcerative colitis is a disease that causes inflammation in the intestine, and ulcers and pseudopolyps start to grow. Not the same ulcers you get in your stomach from taking medication for a long time. And the pseudopolyps aren't the kind you have to get removed, but they're still there. I'm to take Zofran, wait 20 minutes, and then either try ice chips, a sip of ginger ale, or a popsicle. So this dissolves under your tongue. Doing a lime popsicle because I'm not allowed to do anything colored unless they want to do, you know, colonoscopy or a stool test and they mistake me for blood. So I have, you know, these Italian ice is left over from my colonoscopy. And of course this, what my mom just sent me a photo of a test result. Okay, the calproductant was below. That's good. And now I am to write the nurse because what she recommended, which was take my Zofran, wait 20 minutes, and then have a popsicle, did not work. Popsicle, sorry, I can't speak today. Did not work. So we are going to go in. What's that in my... Oh, that's my face mask. We're gonna go in and get some IV fluids when my parents are back from the never-ending funeral. Sometimes I just feel like my body resists any treatment anymore at this point. Oh, they all went in my dad's car, I guess, because my mom, they went in 2 separate cars to the funeral because my dad brought my grandpa and my mom went by herself, but then they all consolidated to 1 car after my dad brought my grandpa back. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But sometimes the thing about having a chronic illness or being disabled is that your body sometimes just resists treatment, and I think mine is at a point where it's doing that. Realistically, I haven't talked about this a lot on here, but I'm going to have to get a colectomy by the time I'm 17. A complete colectomy, which is the removal of my entire large intestine. Because if I don't, I will get colon cancer by the time I turn 30. That sounds dire, but colectomies take about a year to recover from. They come in 3 steps. Because if you have UC, you get what's called a J pouch, which is an internal fake intestine. If you have Crohn's disease, you have to get an ostomy bag. So for UC, you would get an ostomy bag for about 6 months and then get that reversed and get the J pouch. So, you know, it's just a matter of time until that day comes. My teeth are looking straight. Shout out to my orthodontist for having me wear my retainer. And shout out to my Invisalign. 2 years of Invisalign paid off. Friends, I am not doing well. I've not eaten or at least kept anything down in about 2 days. I can barely drink water. This is not the first time this has happened to me. I've actually gone 8 days without eating and 3 days without drinking. Not to flex, but it has happened. So I'm gonna get fluids, maybe. I don't know. I might end up getting iron or glucose. I try to avoid getting a PICC line if possible, just because that's really hard on my blood veins, and I need my blood veins to be accessible all the time because I get infusions and blood draws so frequently. So I'm not gonna get that, but well, I don't react well to glucose infusions, unfortunately. But I might get iron. I'll definitely get some fluids. We'll see. It's a thrilling life we lead over here in the Talley household. One day post bad symptoms. Well, I guess 2 days, but this is my first day where I haven't felt terrible. Smoothie with this coconut water because I'm low on electrolytes. Does not smell good. That's the problem with me. I have a GI condition. Yeah, I don't like the taste of any electrolyte drinks. I don't like Gatorade. I don't like straight up coconut water. This is the problem because I drink around 8 of these a day filled with water. I drink a lot of water, but my doctors always go, Selby, Selby, Selby. Your problem is that water does not have electrolytes. You need to drink something with electrolytes in them. And I've tried it all. I've tried electrolyte powder. I've tried liquid IV. I had this thing the other day. It tasted so bad. Oh my god. I've tried Gatorade. I've tried Pedialyte. I've tried Pediasure. I've tried it all. I just genuinely don't like the taste of electrolytes. And I'm fine with getting IVs that are electrolytes, but that did not go as planned, unfortunately. I rewatched Steven Spielberg's West Side Story today, and it was my dad's first time watching that version. Real talk though, yesterday, my mom took me to the urgent care under the hopes that they would give me IV fluids because I needed those. So we get there, right? And the doctor literally just checks my vitals. He goes, yeah, she's not dehydrated yet. Come back when she is. And my mom went, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want her to get dehydrated. And the guy just went, well, why don't you try oral rehydration? And the thing is, I hadn't been able to keep down any liquids in 48 hours. And my mom was just like, what part of she can't keep down liquids is confusing to you? We're both fluent in English. There are translator services. You can hear, we can hear, you can see, we can see. There are translator services for that as well. Well, part of this is confusing. And she went off on the doctor. She went off on him. And that was slightly embarrassing for me. But it did highlight one thing I need to talk about, which is that the treatment certain chronically ill and disabled people receive in places of medicine is really humiliating. People either treat us as though we're something fragile that can be broken, or something not to be taken seriously, i.e. yesterday, or we're some kind of contagious disease that should go ahead and go to hell. It's like, you can't treat us like human beings. Oh my God, would that really be so difficult? But it is, for some reason, for most people. I don't know why it's that difficult, but it is. And, you know, my mom got really upset. I've definitely tried to shield my parents a lot from things people have said to me that are not super nice. Whoa, what do you mean this thing has a crack in it? Oh, that explains why these smoothies have been leaking out. It has a crack in it. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the big blender. That explains a lot, man. That explains a whole lot, because I thought, see, this thing has a crack in the lid. That explains a lot all of a sudden. I'm sorry, I'm glad I'm not going crazy, but yeah, that was not an ideal day yesterday. I'm really glad I have my mom to defend me, you know, but at the same time, it's definitely just very hard to not be taken seriously in a place of medicine. And my mom felt like it was a waste of her money. And I wasn't even angry. I was just disappointed and slightly heartbroken, because although I've been privileged enough to have mostly good experiences regarding doctors, when you have doctors who don't take you seriously, because they look at you and you go, oh, well, you don't look sick, you look fine, unless you're bleeding out, we can't help you. Very frustrating. And just telling me to orally rehydrate was so confusing, because what part of... So I'm trying liquids slowly again today. The doctor was just like, take some Imodium, which I did. And that seemed to have helped in the short term. But man, that was frustrating. And unfortunately, I'm not isolated in experiencing that, So to any of my fellow chronic people out there who are going, is this just me? It's not you. Some doctors just don't hear you. And if they hear you, they don't listen. And if they listen, they don't care. And if they care, they don't know how to help you. And if they know how to help you, they choose not to. And it's just one vicious cycle. My body is still, unfortunately, very tired, which is to be expected because I had a lot of crazy medical stuff over the past few weeks. Crazier than usual, I should specify. Like on an average day, my pain level is like a 6 out of 10. But obviously, you know, the debilitating stomach pain, the Viberza reaction, the mesalamine reaction, which I'm still getting over, have put my pain levels through the roof, and my body just needs time to recover, which is what I'm telling myself. But unfortunately, the universe doesn't always give you time to recover, you know? You have to keep on keeping on, as some of my loved ones would say, and that is what I'm trying to do. Keep on keeping on. Even when it is hard and unideal. And I'm sorry that this vlog is not the fun affair that I intended it to be. But maybe I'm just not in a time in my life right now where I can make a lot of fun, funny things online. Maybe I'm in a time in my life where I need to document the hardships that I'm going through. And not to say my hardships are as bad as other people's or as easy. These are just my lived experiences. And I always have this constant fear that people are going to go, this is not what we signed on to watch you for, because I originally started this channel to sing, you know, I posted covers. I miss singing a lot. I miss being able to take voice lessons, and maybe someday in the future I'll be able to do that again. But I'm always afraid people are gonna go, oh, this is not what we wanted to watch you for. Get back to doing what you first started doing about 2 years ago, and singing. And I'm really sorry if this is boring, but I'm gonna keep sharing my story in case there's someone out there who feels seen by it. And a lot of you have reached out and said, hey, I'm glad you're sharing your story. I didn't know I needed to feel seen by someone, and I'm glad I'm not alone. And for that, I don't think I've ever felt more grateful for anything, just that people have found themselves through these videos and felt represented. It's really my purpose in making these. So thank you to those of you who have reached out and said that. It's a very kind thing to do.